children, when you look at this chapter, you may have felt that this chapter is very complex. I know why you are feeling this chapter is very complex because this chapter has lot of chemical reactions. Don't worry, I will be discussing each chemical reaction in easy way. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about combination reaction. So let's see what is combination reaction. Magnesium reacts with oxygen. You know that magnesium oxide is formed. So here we can see the left hand side. You can see what? There are two reactants, that is magnesium and oxygen. When magnesium and oxygen combine to form a single product is formed, that is magnesium oxide. So what is the definition for combination reaction? In this reaction, two or more reactant combine to form single product. So when you look at the right hand side, you can see only one product. For example, A and B are the reactants. So when it combine to form a single product is formed, that is AB. So here A and B are the reactants. That means here you can see there are two reactants combined to form single product, that is AB. So here from this you can understand what? Two reactants or two or more reactants combined, joined to form a single product is formed. So that is the definition for combination reaction. Hydrogen burns in oxygen to form water. So here you can see in left hand side there are two reactants, that is hydrogen and oxygen, to form water. So in right hand side you can see one product, that is water. So here how many reactants are present in left hand side? Only two reactants. So two reactants combine to form a single product, that is water. So I hope you understood. So first we discuss about magnesium ribbon. Magnesium burns in air, that is oxygen. It forms magnesium oxide. Second example, hydrogen burns in oxygen to form water. Let's see third example. Now we are going to discuss about activity 1.4. This activity is very important. You have to learn this activity very thoroughly. You can expect lot of questions from this activity. So now we can start with our activity. Take a small amount of calcium oxide in the beaker. Slowly add water to this. You can see calcium hydroxide is formed. So when you touch the bottom of the beaker, you can feel heat. So in this reaction, calcium oxide and water combine to form a single product is formed, that is calcium hydroxide. So I will repeat again. Here in left hand side you can see CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice. So common name for calcium oxide is quicklime. Common name for calcium hydroxide is Lacutte lime. Don't confuse my dears because you can expect this question for MCQs. I will repeat again. Common name for CaO, that is calcium oxide, that is quicklime. Common name for CaOH twice, that is calcium hydroxide. What is the common name for calcium hydroxide? That is Lacutte lime. In this reaction, calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to produce calcium hydroxide. So here you can see two or more reactants combine to form a single product, calcium hydroxide is formed. So I mentioned here, when we touch the beaker, we feel heat. So here you can see in combination reaction, heat is produced. So that type of reaction is called exothermic reaction. Reactions in which heat is produced along with the formation of product is called exothermic reaction. A solution of Lacutte lime or calcium hydroxide produced by the reaction is used for whitewashing the walls. Here maybe you have confusion, which one is used for whitewashing the walls. Don't write Lacutte lime is used for whitewashing the walls. Actual answer is calcium oxide or quicklime is used for whitewashing the walls. When you look at the sentence, you can see that a solution of calcium hydroxide or Lacutte lime produced by the reaction. So which one is responsible for the formation of calcium hydroxide? That one is used for whitewashing the walls. Calcium carbonate is formed after 2 to 3 days of whitewashing and which gives shiny finish to the walls. So I hope you understood. So first we said calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to form calcium hydroxide. Calcium oxide is quicklime. Calcium hydroxide is Lacutte lime. Calcium oxide is responsible for whitewashing the walls. calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide in the air to form calcium carbonate. Which chemical gives shiny finish to the walls? That is calcium carbonate. So now we can write the chemical equation. CaOH twice plus CO2, that is carbon dioxide, gives CaCO3 plus H2O. So I hope you understood detailed explanation of activity 1.4. Here you can see calcium oxide reacts with water. It produces heat. Heat is produced along with the formation of products in a chemical reaction. That reaction is called exothermic reaction. So let's see different examples for exothermic reaction. So first we can learn burning of natural gas. CH4 plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide and water. So here you can see the equation. CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. Equation for burning natural gas. CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. Do you know that respiration is exothermic process? Let's see, is respiration exothermic or not? When you or we breathe out, breath is warmer. This is because of respiration. You know that when we eat food, that is carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are very complex substance. It has to broken down into simpler substance in the form of glucose. Glucose combines with oxygen to produce energy. So energy is in the form of heat. So this is why respiration is considered as exothermic reaction. So I hope you understood why respiration is considered as exothermic reaction. Carbohydrates present in food are broken down to form simpler substance, that is glucose. Glucose combines with oxygen to provide energy. Carbohydrates present in food are broken down to form glucose. This glucose actually combines with oxygen to provide energy. This energy is in the form of heat energy. So this is why respiration is considered as exothermic reaction. If you have any suggestion or any comments, please put in the comment box. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.